Hi everyone, this is Nathas, and today I will be playing in the March Tabletop Simulator League against parkaboy. So both of us are undefeated so far, so this is going to be hopefully a really good game. I'm really excited for this one. I've actually not played against parkaboy yet, so I think this will be really fun, and I'm going to jump on the call with him right now, and I will also get into the game. All right. Oops. Never mind, he's in one of the game rooms, so let me jump into that real quick. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for our
Awesome.
game. I was looking at your deck earlier when you sent it yesterday, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to play against.
It's fun to play. I played in the Crossroads this morning against Andrew M, and I schooled him with
Oh,
this deck,
nice.
and then then I switched to a different deck to try and get renowned there, uh, and he schooled me.
Oh
So
no. Nice. Let me just get these out of the way. Yeah, so this is the one I had for the month. This has been a lot of fun to play. I feel like the green pair might not be the perfect pair for it, but it's still
hmm
been a really good. Like it's been a fun deck to play. Um, but the
yeah,
part.
I'd kind of laid off this one of mine after this is what I used in the Kickstarter backer tourney, and then I kind of laid off of it for a while, and so I wasn't sure if Namrog's new version of this event was earning renown or not, and so I thought, well, on the chance that it might, since I don't have a local scene, I threw it back in.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Um, I'm sorry you don't have a local scene though.
Well, I'm lucky. I got one of my guys in my gaming group into it, so he's got some decks, and we sit down and play. About at least once every 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
But it would be nice if there was a store and we could, sort of have events and things like that.
Yeah, no, I get that completely. But at least one thing. So on future Tuesdays, I know right around this time, the fifth cycle has been holding tournaments online, which do give renowned as well.
Mm,
So I think it's just starting at 9 p.m. tonight, but they do it almost every Tuesday at 9. So if you're looking for
okay,
places to play in tournaments, that's definitely one I would recommend.
cool. I'm on their Discord, but there's most days I'm too busy to stay on top of Discord.
No
So
worries, I completely understand. Yeah, like I've
let's
been so
see.
busy lately too that like I'm glad we were able to fit the game in today because I the rest of this week's gonna be so hectic.
Yeah. You got everything set up? Can
Yeah,
I click
yeah,
start game?
I'm ready when you are.
All right. I don't know how I feel about this playmat. I kind of feel like it's the Mighty Morphin SolForge Rangers or something.
That's so funny. Now that you say that, I don't think I'll be able to unsee that.
Yeah, it's just like I don't think Cersei would ever wear this outfit. Maybe Ironbeard. Ironbeard, I don't think has a lot of style, but Cersei would make better choices.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh, that's so funny. All right, it looks
Did
like
you did you play the original game?
I did not. Did you?
I did. I found it somewhere in 2014 and then proceeded to play it basically every day for 4.5 years until they shut down the servers.
Oh, that's incredible. And I'm so sorry because I know there's a lot of people who are really upset when they shut down the servers.
Yeah, well, I understood it was a business decision, and then another company sort of took on running the servers for a while, and but it makes sense. You can't run something just because you love it
No, I
always.
get that.
So
That's a very reasonable thought process. Um,
so I was so thrilled when it came back. Like, oh, this is one of the best games I've ever played.
oh yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, and it probably is like interesting too because I heard there's a lot of similarities between this and the original game, but like some of the Forgeborn were actually characters, I think, in the original game, like actually like creatures and stuff.
Yeah, all of them were there. You didn't have a Forgeborn in this case, so yeah, like Korok or Ironbeard could be in your deck, and you could have it was a 30 card deck, and it was constructed, and you could play. You could have three copies of each card,
Oh wow.
uh, which which was kind of nice because that way you could. For me, it was there was some deck building, but it wasn't crazy amounts. Like a 30 card deck was more manageable, and most of the time you were running 12 to 15 cards in constructed.
Yeah.
But this is even better, I think, not being able to just again for the amount of time I have, like to not do deck building apart from sort of picking your pairs,
Hmm.
and then you get all the upside of the interesting decisions to be made about
Oh, that's
what
awesome.
do you play and things like that.
Oh, that's really cool. Do you feel like it helped you kind of with strategizing after playing the original, or does it kind of feel different to play?
I think it definitely is helpful. Like I have a general sense of the rhythms of the game, um, and the sort of the quirks of how cards of having to pay attention to leveling and when you can decide certain things and when you really have to block something.
Yeah.
So I think it, yeah, I think it helped because it's not like Magic or Keyforge or Pokemon or anything else.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Hmm. Oh, and sorry, I just realized I was the one with the forge. Like I'm sitting here talking
Yeah,
and like enjoying our
yeah,
conversation. I'm just like, oh no, I'm holding this up.
yeah, it's not a problem.
All right, let's see. So let me actually look at my hand. This is an interesting one, especially being on the first turn. Um, I think this way it's a guaranteed damage. So I'm gonna start with the commanding creeper. So 5 damage to you unless you destroy one of your creatures. So that would
All
be
right.
take 5, and then 2.
Okay. Hmm. Do do do. All right. I'm gonna play Venerable Allomancer right here
Yeah,
and pass it back to you.
I want to level this, but I think I gotta can't let that live. I'm just gotta dreadbolt the Allomancer. And then
Okay.
2.
And I'll suppress your creeper.
Yeah. All right.
I was hoping to get the both of them off the Allomancer, but I thought, he's probably not getting anything. He's not going to stick around. And unfortunately, since he's venerable, level one is really kind of the place
Yeah.
that he gets more going. These are not. These cards are not coming out in the right order. That's okay.
I
We'll deal
get
with
that
it.
completely.
But if that's again, that's the fun of games, right? If you didn't have to make interesting decisions.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Okay, let's put a Flame Break Invoker out here.
Interesting.
So, do you have a favorite faction?
I feel like, at least from the first set, Necrom's probably my favorite from Flavor, just because of like all like the self destruction, which then helps you yourself kind of thing. So it's like the
Yeah,
Blight Witch, which lets you destroy your creatures, and you got like a lot of like graveyard synergies. So it's like I think that's one of my favorite factions just because of that, the way it plays. But then the fact that it's also just so strong is just also nice. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I feel like I actually play. Oh, interesting. If I do this first, that could help me out. I want to do this. All right, yeah, I guess let's. Yeah, let's try it this way. I'll play an Oshtray mech here, and then 2.
Okay. All right. You're anti-elementalist. I don't get the deploy, but
Yeah,
just level him up. Back to you.
that is going to do a little less than I had hoped. But. I'll take 7. I know that's what's gonna go. 4. I do that. I take 9. Oof. This is a weird one. I'm sorry that this is taking me so long.
No, you're cool.
So if I do
We're
this,
not playing speed chess here.
that's true.
It's okay.
Oh man, it's one of these. Yes.
That's actually an upside of this game at the moment is that the old version digital client, most of the time I was it's just matching with people I didn't know and playing games, and
Yeah.
so you never actually talk to them. You like, what are they thinking and things like that.
Yeah. No, I agree
Okay.
with you.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm definitely doing the Blight Witch. I am going to destroy the Blight Witch, destroy the mech,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just debating between which of these two I actually play. I kind of regret doing it in that other order, but I think long term this is just going to be more important. I'll regret it if I don't. So I'm just going to play a Cersei's Call, which is only going to get 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll
Yeah.
make the zombie here. I get to upgrade a card off of the mech,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be, in this case, a Zimus.
Okay.
And this is
I
now going
thought,
to banish, and then I think we're all set. So I'm going to take
okay.
10.
Yeah. I thought about blowing up the mech, and then I thought I maybe need to level. I decided to level
I get
the
it.
elementalist instead.
It's very reasonable.
Hmm.
Alright, at least this is a little more interesting. So if I do this first, that, which will let me that. You mind if I look at your discard pile real quick?
Not at all.
Let's see. Alright, awesome. I think I still do this first. Then I do that. Which will let me do that. Alright, so I'm gonna start by playing a Talisan here.
Hmm.
I will. Do I activate this first? I will take most. I do think I activate this first. I know, because if you have the staff, you just kill this. I do this first. No, I do think I activate this first. So I'll activate a Talisan.
Okay. So I'm gonna play Palladium Hindermind here
Yeah.
and put my
All right.
there you go. That's what you get.
So I will probably this, then that. No, because if I do it the other way, that does that. So it will be this one, and I'm gonna get that. All right. So I'm gonna play an Arrogant Mantis.
Mm, yeah,
I will
great.
activate the Mantis to play a mindless zombie, give my minions +2 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will Activate Blight Witch. What are we getting rid of? Let's get rid of the Arrogant Mantis here.
Okay.
And we're going to Druid's Chant the Blight Witch.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2.
Hmm. Okay, so this is my first play. You had
Yes.
like 8 plays, so I've got to...
Yeah, this is your first one.
All right. So, which is it? I think I play Energy Surge.
Yeah.
And we'll put Gizmo here. And I'm going to upgrade Epoch Soldier.
Yeah.
Back to you.
I feel like I just do this. I will start with a lead the charge on Taliesin. They give it +6 health.
Okay.
And I'll ready it, and then I'll activate Taliesin.
Interesting. I wonder what you're going to do. So, okay. I'm going to replace my Gizmo with an Armored Captain. So he's gets +2/+2, and then he gives my Invoker +2/+2.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah, back to you.
I will Ferocious Roar to give all my creatures +2/+2.
Nice. Where's this armor bag? So,
all right, 2.
that is a big board.
Yes. And you still have another play. We're both going to dump our hands this turn, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Okay. So where do I play this last one? And no, I'll just, not that this makes a difference. I'm just going to move these up.
Yeah.
And then I think,
Technically, if you don't want to play it, you could also just level it.
yeah, no, I think I'm going to replace the Prophet with a Thunder Sword.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. All right, good stuff.
Okay, there we go. So you're going to take 4.
This is going to take 5. Yours is going to go to 3.
I'm going to take, yeah. I'll go down to 5 and gain 7 attack.
Take 2. So we'll take 5. That'll die.
Okay. It's a big turn.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was an interesting one.
You've got, oh, geez. I think I know what you're going to play. Raising Dead. It's the time. And
Maybe.
it's just minions. Yeah, okay. So, how about a Stormcaller?
I will take
You can
the
take 3. Yeah, everyone always does.
Yep.
Oh, level 1 at least. Okay, over to you.
All right. I think I just have to start with this. Yeah, I do. So, oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I do this first. Do that. That. Let's see, so I do this, that. No, that doesn't work. So, although I could do this first. So it's that. For this. Does that. Okay, so I wasn't going to do this way, but I am going to do it this way. I'll start by activating.
Hmm. Okay. Doesn't make much of a difference. That goes there. And this. I'm just going to discard and level the camouflage scavenger.
So I don't know with this if you can do a level.
Okay,
So
then that.
that I'm not sure
I
actually.
see. Yeah,
Because you
I
could
think you're
definitely
right.
you can level that on your turn when you go to your turn if you want to play something different if that's the card you want to level.
No, no. This works just the same,
Oh yeah, but I
honestly.
guess because it's a bigger creature anyway at this point. I guess the only thing it loses is the fact that it's not a mage.
Right.
So this is gonna. All right, and that's all you're doing, I assume.
Yes.
All right, so then this is my free play. So I'll start with a necrotic skeleton back here.
Okay.
Then I will activate Blight Witch to destroy the skeleton.
Oh, it's so good.
So we have this as a trigger on the back, but that doesn't resolve until after Blight Witch. So I'll play
Right.
a Lycian Rain to play a Wisp minion, which I'm not going to play the Wisp, but I'll give my minions +1/+1.
Okay.
And then now this will come in. Or I guess I'll play the Wisp and I'll replace it with the zombie. It really does make a difference.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
I will replace this zombie as my actual play
Right.
with a commanding creeper. So you take 6 unless you destroy one of your creatures. And
I'll
then I
destroy the
give my
scavenger.
other zombies +3/+3.
Jeez, it's nuts. You just your cards are coming out in the right order.
They really are. And then I'll pass to you.
Okay. Okay, so now I flame jet both of us.
Yes.
Okay. And then my other play is this Palladium Hindermind. The real question, though, is where I put the armor. 7 armor. So this guy, my Invoker doesn't survive. I could keep the Hindermind alive. But probably the better play is to put it on the Thunder Thor.
Yeah.
I think. Because he will not die unless you, of course, do something else. And then he'll still get boosted. So there we go.
I'm so sorry. All
Ah,
ferocious roar.
hey, it's the game.
So they all get, I
This
think
is
it's
nuts.
+3/+3. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
I,
nuts.
I'm not winning this one. And I like none of your things were like I've got Demolish sitting over here, but all of your things have health higher than they should be. So
Yeah. Oh. All right. So
okay,
wait, actually, do I do this
so
now? I'm gonna wait on this. Yeah, I'll wait on that because there's no point this turn. So I'll take 4
okay, take
here.
4 there,
1, 2,
take
3, 4,
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that will die. Yeah. So we'll take 4. We'll take 7.
Yeah, this is game over right here.
Yeah, that was wild. All right. So what are we gonna do?
Yikes.
I think at this point I almost don't want to be using my Talisman ability anymore.
No, I don't think you do.
So I think what I do to start. Huh. It's actually interesting. So I think I play this first. For that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm coming back at all. My deck is all about control, but I need board presence,
Yeah.
and my board blowing it up like that, I'm not going to be able to get it back, I don't think. So, this is my way of saying I don't know how hard you need to think about this.
That's true. That's a good
Although
point.
I certainly appreciate you wanting to do your very best. And
So I'll replace the Talisman with the Talisman, and then I will pass to you.
okay. Well, heck. That doesn't do anything. Everything, it's handful of nothing here. All right, we'll put a Thundersaur there.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess what I'll do. I'll start by activating Blight Witch to destroy the creeper.
Okay.
I'll play a free Toxic Spores. So I'll give. Which one? Do any of them matter? I guess I'll give the Blight Witch +3 defense. That gets minus.
Okay.
Then I will play a Blight Witch here. And then I will
Cool.
activate my Forgeborn ability to play mindless on, which I'm not going to do, but I'll give all my minions +2 attack. And 2.
Hmm. Okay, I'll return this Blight Witch to its printed values.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not
No, yeah,
dead.
no, I'm just doing that to reset it.
Oh, got it, got it. Okay, so I'm going to take 21, 29. So I'm down to 11.
Oof.
That was rough.
So we'll take 3, and that'll take 3.
All right. Oh, about time we see some stuffs. Great. Okay. Don't know that I'm getting this back, but we will kill this Blight Witch.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Let's see. I do that first. I activate that there to do that. Yeah. I guess I'll start with an Ossuary Mech. I
Yeah.
will activate Blight Witch to destroy it, so I'll have this trigger in the back. I'll play a level 1 spell for free, which I'll play a Necrovive. So destroy one of your creatures.
Okay. Guess we'll get rid of Thundersaur.
Let's upgrade a Toxic Spores. Then I'll pass 2.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. This is my best play, I think. It's not ideal, but so I'm going to hit the zombie for 2, and I'm going to hit. Hmm. Question is, how many spells, level 1 spells, do you still have in your hand?
So let's see. I've played Cersei's Call. I've played Dreadbolt. I've played Necrovive. So that's all the spells in my purple half. I've played Toxic Spores. I've played Lycian Rain. There are no more level 1 spells in my deck, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because I played the Druid's Chant,
Okay.
Ferocious Roar, Lead the Charge, Lycian Rain. Yeah.
So I'll hit Taliesin, and then I will use
It's 2 for both, right?
Demolish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll use Demolish to get rid of Taliesin.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have the Dreadbolt for that.
Nice. I didn't need to think that hard about it. All right. GG.
Yeah, good game. This was an insane draw on my end.
Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't get.
I
When the Allomancer, you take out that the very first turn of the game, which was of course the right play, but if it can stick around and get going with the other things, I didn't have the I needed ping damage to just sort of
Yep. Yeah.
trigger any number of different things.
Yeah, and I think it was that one turn though where I was able to Light Witch to like Lycian Rain and then lead the charge
Mm-hmm.
to untap the Talisan and play the Reaper and something else.
Ferocious roar.
And like the fact
Yeah,
that my whole board I think lived and then I was able to get rid of everything on your side. Like if that didn't happen, I think you had a crazy enough board where you would have been able to keep the momentum. And it was just like I was looking at that hand, I was like, what is happening right now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's insane to have. I mean, between Raising Dead that you can get off the Mantis early,
Hmm.
and then uh, and then having the Blight Witch, and then you didn't even see or didn't need to play the Stitcher.
Yeah. Oh, I
Um,
don't think there's a Stitcher in here, is there? Oh, there is. I completely
yeah,
forgot. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see that once actually. That's why I was like, oh, there's no Stitcher in here. That must be a different one. No, but yeah, that's
yeah. So yeah, if I can keep a board presence, it generally works a little better. But you just had everything singing, so that was awesome.
yeah.
That was
No, and thank you for the game. And that's a deck that unfortunately, if I didn't like, I'm literally so tired right now. I would be like, let's play another one for fun. But I'd love to play again in the future. And I think like it would be really cool to play against this one again because I think that if I don't get those like 2 crazy turns, I think this is a completely different game.
yeah. Well, yeah. Hit me up. I'm happy to give it another shot. I've been thinking about. Um, I don't think it will really happen, but I'm close enough to Denver that I could actually drive.
Oh, that's awesome.
Uh, and so I was like, I could try and go to Denver for this event, and this would be the deck I'd take. So getting in more practice. All right, so I'm gonna. You have the win and the first turn,
Hmm.
and uh, and then so much for my placings. I had been happier a moment ago,
I'm
but
sorry.
oh no, 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 no. I'm not actually sad. It's I'm speaking in hyperbole.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
no, this is great. I don't mind losing to something like that because I think everybody loses to something like that. It's
Yeah.
cool to see. And actually, well, and I don't know I don't know if I've had any games that I've ever played end in cycle 2 without somebody just sort of scooping and saying like I'm so far behind the curve. So
That's
it's
actually a good
interesting
point. I didn't
hearing.
even realize this was only cycle 2.
Yeah, it's interesting hearing, if I listen to the Charge Plated podcast and like when they had Shadow on recently and him talking about the fact that the Stoneblade people have been sort of surprised that people's games last as long as they do.
Yeah,
And they expect most games to end in 2 or 3, and I don't know that I've seen any actually really end in 2. So it's kind of cool to actually see like, oh yeah, that it is. I mean, of course it's possible, but it like, oh, that's how it works. That's how you do it.
yeah. But
So
what I will say is, I think this was like close to the nuts draw for this deck in terms of just like pure power output. So I don't think that in like a normal game this deck could do cycle two very often. But like I
yeah,
know, like for example, there's a double Apocamancer deck that I have where it's like I have a Betrayer Apocamancer, and like there's a couple games where in cycle two, if I could line everything up right, I'm able to do like 30 Apocamancer damage in one turn and like
wow,
try to end it. But
yeah,
the problem is it's just so fragile because it's like if you just kill the Apocamancer, it's like, all right, now I have a bunch of minion generating creatures that aren't isn't gonna just do too much. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Well, yeah, that's one of those cards that if you've been on the receiving end once or twice, like, oh, yeah, I've got to get rid
exactly,
of this.
exactly.
And I think one of my deck's disadvantages, I mean, I had a Pyre Song in hand, but I just didn't have what I needed. You weren't damaged enough to play it, so I don't have a lot of card removal
Mm,
without I've got lots of ping between the Alamancer and the Fire Fister Ante and the Pyre Song and Demolish. I've got and no, this is obviously so I have some, but it's so tied onto the different creatures and hitting the ping damage and
yeah.
stuff. So
But like granted, if I didn't hit two ferocious roars, I think you're able to ping my creatures pretty easily. It's just like again, this was like a weird game, or it's just the commanding creeper, the double ferocious roar, the Lycian rain all hit all at the right times.
yeah,
But like
yeah,
I again, like I think if we played again, like you would be able to probably control the board a lot better because that deck looks like a lot of fun. Like I was looking at that, like, and I'm just like, oh man, like you're gonna keep everything off the board, and it was just like again, I just had two wild hands.
yeah. Well, you're one of the only people that's ever beat me
Oh yeah,
with this deck. Yeah, people beat me all the time, but this deck has generally been pretty successful. So,
yeah, and like honestly, like I
well,
said, I was looking at it and I was like, this is gonna be really tough. So it's like, again, like I think that deck is a really really strong one, and it's crazy because you said you opened these both in the same pack, right? In the same booster.
yeah, I got 2 boosters from the Kickstarter, and this was the first one I opened, and the first deck that I just randomly I sat down with one of my sons and was like, all right, you're gonna play this with me, and just paired these two together, and then I just destroyed him, and it was like, oh well,
that,
let's switch it around and see if you can do the same to me. So
that's wild. That's wild. Um,
yeah,
so the last thing I'm going to say before I head out is just the like I said, the Tuesdays at around 9 p.m. Eastern. So whatever. So I think 7 p.m. your time. They do the fifth cycle tournaments where it's free to
yeah,
play, 3 to 4 rounds depending on how many people, and the top two get renowned. So it's like if you don't have a local scene, I would 100% recommend playing in those at least every once in a while because it was just like tournament play against some really cool guys. You know what I mean?
yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing that here on the Discord. Looks like Weekend is running it,
Yep.
or at least posting about it. So cool. Well, I will definitely check that out. And I'll let you go because you're tired. But
Yeah.
thanks for the game.
Thank you so much. And
Good
yeah.
luck. Yeah, good luck with the match next week. Maybe you'll take it all the way to the end.
Oh well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And good luck with yours next
All
week
right.
too.
Thanks. I'll see you in the
All
Discord.
right. See you later. Get out of the room. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. That those two hands that I had were insane. Like I don't think I've had draws like that in a while, where it was just like able to dump my hand twice with ferocious roars and like commanding creepers and just keeping my board huge. So it's like that was just oof. Like if this deck could repeatedly do that, like I might need to kind of set up my plays for future where it's like, hey, upgrade the commanding creeper all the time, upgrade um, the Lycian Rain whenever I can, all that kind of stuff because it's just if I guess it's one of those things where that was just crazy advantage. Like I'm kind of in awe of the amount of damage that output because the other games I've played with this deck, it's usually mid cycle 3 to cycle 4, trying to push damage through. So yeah, that was a ton of fun, and Parker Boy was really fun to play against. So yeah, I will be playing in local tournaments the next couple days, but Thursday after the tournament, as long as my local store gets their product in time, I will be opening at least one display on stream Thursday night. It's going to be kind of late, 11 to 12 p.m. Eastern time, but I will be opening a full set 2 display, and then I'll be trying to get a ton of set 2 games in over the weekend. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys in a few days.